Hello, everyone. This is the female side of the gray couch. And today's my husband's birthday, right? So today is Stanley Okwa's birthday. I am not going to say how old he is, but he's a fine young man. And I just wanted to take this opportunity to honor him, right? Honor him in the sense that I wanted to talk about what I, over the years, have seen to be what I call a cure for relational health, right? And because in my work, I use acronyms a lot, so you're going to see the acronym CURE. And the first letter is C, C for courage, right? It takes courage to decide to even marry somebody. Let's just call it what it is, right? Forget the butterflies, forget everything, because you're making a decision that is, if all things go well, it's supposed to last you a lifetime, right? So I think my husband is a man of courage. He has taken many decisions over the years that kind of run counterculture. And I think that being, courageous is being value driven, right? So if you know that these are my values and you stand up for them, sometimes you have to go against the grain. You have to go against popular culture. You have to go against popular opinion, right? And so if you know that you are really need to win it, sometimes you're going to, not sometimes, you actually need a baseline of courage, right? So the C is for courage. U is for understanding. For those of us who are Christians, right, we know that the Bible says, in all that getting, get understanding, get wisdom, get understanding. I think understanding is necessary for even wisdom to surface, right? And understanding is that you understand your spouse. So whatever I'm saying here, remember, I'm not just talking about the men, it goes back and forth, but I'm just saying the qualities over the year that I've seen in my husband and myself, yeah, that have helped us, keep our relationship in good health, right? So understanding your spouse, and understanding is not something you do one time and it's done, right? I don't know if you've heard, we've talked about this where we wrote about it in our book, where you just get married and you think, oh, you're just going to not necessarily coast along, but especially for Christians, you believe that things are just going to work out right? But getting to know people takes a lot of time, right? So that's the pausing and the stillness to understand, okay, what is going on here? What might be going on here? What has changed? What has not changed? So U is for understanding. R is what I call relational intelligence. So obviously, he's an extroverted person, the life of the party. And we may say, okay, that kind of, personality driven is what it takes to be relationally intelligent. But I think we've seen that introverts too can be very relationally intelligent. And relational intelligence just means kind of reading the atmosphere, right? Giving people what they need when they need it. And it takes quite a bit of spiritual acuity, I would say, right? And physical as well, because you're interacting with people in the physical. But sometimes there comes a time when you're like, okay, I don't know what's going on. Let me delve deep, right, into the spiritual. And I've seen him do that a lot, to say, I cannot handle this in the physical. I'm going to take it into, prayer in order for us to be able to, handle conflict. And I call it knowing your peace, right? A king is not a queen, or a queen, not a king, but there are certain interactions that these two pieces or these two identities, do, that each person, if you understand your own part of this relational game, right, I think you will help build you help build your health. I lean on him quite a bit in terms of just, being able to walk a room and, make people feel comfortable. But I think in the same vein, he also knows that I bring a lot of things to the table, and we rub off on each other because iron sharpens iron. And then the last part, energy. And energy is what is the driving force, right? And when we talk about relational energy, I'm talking about positive relational energy, right? I didn't put the relational because it wouldn't have matched with, my E. But you need energy to sustain a relationship. If your batteries go down, that's the same way the relationship is going to go down, because you are the one driving it, right? You are the battery, as it were. or the charger, as it were. And so, the thing about energy is that it can be seasonal or periodic, right? In terms of sometimes you have low energy, sometimes you may not. But the idea is that each person complements the other person's energy, right? So it's not where you are up all the time, because that's kind of a bit on the manic side, right? And it also takes back to what I said about understanding, because there are certain times when being high energy, boisterous, and all that may not be what is required for a situation, but just knowing how to match your energy to certain situations, and at times alternate it, right? Because sometimes you want to lift people out of the doldrums, as it were. And so if one is able to do that, right, I think that altogether you will have this cure, right? Obviously, this is not the sum of it all, but I think that these 4 acronyms to me really describe what has gone on for us all of these years, right? And I think that if you're drinking from a wellspring of relational life, right, for us, which is our faith and our belief in a supreme being, God, think about the fact that the wellspring, right, it nourishes and protects, and it replenishes as it itself is being replenished from source. You cannot give what you don't have. This is why I keep saying it's a bi-directional thing, right? So even as much as I'm honoring my husband today, realize that this is not just for the men, right? The women too need to bring in their own cure, right, into the relationship in order for everyone to kind of, continue to grow, right? So that's it for today. I just want to wish Mr. Stanley Okwo a very, very happy birthday. It's been so many years of, working with you on this journey. I appreciate you a lot, right? I thank you for working with me, being partners with me, partnering with me on this journey, right? I don't think any of us would have come as far as we have done uniquely in our own ways, right? But at the same time, we are walking through it, and we want to share that journey with you, and hoping that you too, right, will continue to improve, increase, enhance, whatever positive words you want to use there, your own relational life, right? And yes, you know where to get us, right? And if you didn't, then I'll tell you. We're on Instagram at Grey Couch Conversations, youtube.com, our channel is Grey Couch Conversations, and on Facebook, we are the Grey Couch, right? So hoping to see you next Friday again. In the meantime, I wish you all a very wonderful weekend. Happy Children's Day for the people in Nigeria, and for the people in the US, happy Memorial Day weekend, okay? Again, this is Otito Opo. Take care, bye.